So, Mike, obviously, congratulations on the win. Did the fight play out pretty much how you predicted it would?
That was plan B. Plan A was to get the knockout, but I knew going into the fight that Phil was going to be a very tough opponent. So plan B was to just beat him up, and that's what I did.
Were you surprised he stuck around as long as he did? I mean, you landed some pretty hard punches. You busted up his nose. Were you shocked he was able to stick around as long as he did?
No. I knew he was a tough guy. He comes from pro wrestling, and I've heard the stories about his wrestling training, and the guy, he's tough, And look, if he wasn't going down in the first round with the shots, look, I know and I heard him several times. He put him on a little Chris Street for a little bit, and he stayed there, and I knew it was just going to be me having to keep the constant pressure on him and get the decision. Unfortunately, that wasn't what I wanted, but whatever. Not at all. Not at all. He landed a couple shots on me, my hands down. I was trying to style a little bit too much. That's my bad. But no, I was never hurt. And really the only surprising moment was when he dove for like a knee bar. That kind of caught, but again, I told cats, man, they sleep on the ground game with me because of the golf fight. Look, I took that fight on like a month's notice, and I hadn't been training MMA on the ground for about 2 years, And then golf, he's a solid brown belt. You know what I'm saying? So he caught me slipping. I zigged when I should have zagged. It was what it was. But again, my ground is solid. I'm not that thing, Ariel. I was actually looking at my corner, had UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. Of course, I had Crew Bob and my Truth About Stuff podcast co-host, Show Enough Stuff, Richard Birdmaster. I was just kind of looking at them, looking for a little bit of instruction. But then I also knew if I wasn't necessarily looking at him, he didn't know when the shots were going to come. And every time I was looking away and I would throw the shots, I felt them land. Maybe, but man, the guy's tough, man. I hit him with some solid right hands, and the dude, I hurt him a little bit, but then once I put the pressure on him, he did what he was supposed to do. He tied up, and look, if I couldn't get him out of there the first round, I knew it was going to be a long night, and we went the whole 15 minutes.
If you were giving him advice, would you tell him to
stop? That's what I would tell him. Stop. I don't, and it's not a disrespectful thing, but look, this is a sport where your life is on the line, and I get it, and I respect him 100% for his willingness to step in there, but now you're just putting your health at risk. I sent him to the hospital, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not top tier level. I know what it is with me and my skills. Can I compete with some guys in the UFC? Of course I can. But as far as him trying to continue with the sport, I highly advise against it just for his safety. Who knows, man? Who knows? Whether it's here, whether it's Zuffa boxing, whether I'm back standing next to you with the mic in my hand, who knows? I'm just enjoying the moment and taking the Mike the Truth brand to another level.
You want another chance in the UFC?
I'm down for whatever. I'm ready. Huh? Boxing is a passion. I love it, man. I love the sport. Look, I just love fighting. As crazy as that sounds. My mother calls me a sociopath sometimes for me just doing this stupid stuff. But, I just love the sport. I've dedicated a decade to this, both inside the ring or cage and outside. I just love it. I have a passion for it, and I never want to leave it.
Mike, after the fight, you gave him a hug. Did you talk to him at all? Did you say anything to him after the fight?
Hey, man, I just told him it was 100% respect, man. I know this kind of got started when he called me a can on the interview. But again, that was a few years ago, and I kind of took it personally. But as I've grown as a person, it was water in the bridge. Everybody has their opinions, and if I really cared about what all these people say, I'd go crazy, So I got the fight. That's really what it was about. And once I got the fight, it was water under the bridge, But there's been 100% respect from my end because I know what it takes to make that walk. Not only just to get in there, I know what it's like to take that walk. And the nerve, well, tonight I ain't really had too many nerves. It was a different feeling tonight. But I know what it's about, And so all 100% respect to the guy.
It's hard now to go back to a normal life on Monday. This is a crazy thing you just experienced. You're not a pro fighter by trade. You have another job. You do other things. You do what we do, right? A ton of buzz. You just fought in front of 2,000 people pay-per-view. Do you think it'd be hard to come back down to reality?
No, I'm a humble cat, and I know what I'm here to do. I got a job. Next week I'm gonna be in Lake Charles, Louisiana for I run a a jiu-jitsu super fight show. I'm gonna be out there taking pictures and doing all the production for the company. You know, like I said, man, this is a job, it's a business, you know, and I'm a business, so I gotta do what I gotta do. I can't let the hype and the buzz get to my head. I gotta keep on the path that I'm on.
After the golf fight, you attended the press conference as media. Are you doing that this time?
No, see, okay, that's not what it was. I know people. So the whole thing about that, to finally clear it up. Look, first of all, I hate sitting still. Right after the fight, there's like, you got to go stay in the green room. I hate sitting still. For me, I would prefer to watch the fights live than on the TV. You know, and even when I do get to cover UFC fights, if people pay attention, I'm going back and forth. You know, it's because I can't sit still. That's just how I am. So as far as that goes, it was just one of those moments where I would rather watch the fights live. Then that was the card Derek Lewis was on, my teammate. You know, so I wanted to go see him perform live as opposed to watching it backstage on the TV. You know, but tonight, I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna go shower, get the sport coat back on, get the jewelry on, and we're going to get some deep dish pizza.